welcome to Daily Ad Brief. My name is Greg Kirkham, and this is Marketing and Beyond. Today we're visiting with Greg Jameson from WebStores Ltd, all the way from Franktown, Colorado. Greg, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Greg. It is a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much. Now, most companies put up a website believing that it's done. What's your take on this, and how do you take this on for your clients?
Yeah, that's a great question because it seems like so many people actually feel that way. You put up a website and it's like, oh, good, I launched my website. Now I can sit back and relax. And the truth is, you're just getting started once you have your website up. A website is a living, breathing organism that basically needs to be fed on a regular basis and change as your business evolves. So it's something that you need to work on constantly, just like you do every other aspect of your business.
Beautiful. And what's one thing, now you mentioned that it's an ongoing living organism essentially. What's one thing that other businesses or agencies overlook when building their websites and when developing that more?
I think that one of the things, I don't know that the agencies do it as much as the businesses do it, but one of the things that people look at is, oh, if I can just get on the first page of Google, then all my problems are going to be solved. And the reality is that getting listed on Google is, again, it's kind of the first step. Then you have to get people to click on your site. Once they click on your site, then you have to get them to actually take an action. And it's a really strong belief of mine that you want people to never leave your website without taking some form of action. That might be giving you their email address. It might be going to simply another page in order to download a freebie. It might be making a purchase. But the important thing is that you want them to take an action once they get to your website.
Mm. Yeah, and in an environment where everyone is competing for business and everyone considers themselves an expert, right? What sets you apart from the competition, and how do you best serve your clients?
I think the single biggest thing that sets me apart is that I've been doing this pretty much since the beginning of the internet. I started clear back in 1995. And so I have seen a whole bunch of changes. But more importantly, I've gotten the experience not just of me doing this, but the hundreds of clients that I've helped over the years and seeing what works for them, what works in different industries, what works in certain situations, so that I can really take that information and apply it to other people as they're getting started in the world of selling online.
Wonderful. And now you touched on that you've been around since pretty much the beginning of the internet. Um, Now, what's changed for you and your company over the course of the last, say, 2 years? And what would you foresee happening in the next 2 years?
Yeah, one of the things that definitely happens or has happened is that things change all the time. And certainly in the last 2 years, partly because of the pandemic situation, and partly, I think, just because of awareness of people, is that people no longer want to be tracked on the internet. It used to be
Mm,
that you could really target ads towards people and say, hey, I'm looking for, a 40-year-old soccer mom that lives in this neighborhood and uh,
yeah.
get very specific and say, these are the types of people I'm targeting. It's almost impossible to do that anymore. And it's certainly going to become even harder in the future as companies like Google and Facebook are starting to take those privacy concerns more seriously and making it so that you have to really be more creative as to how you're going to find your customers.
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Greg, and for offering your bit of advice as well. We're almost out of time, but if you would like to learn more about WebStore Ltd. And their services, please visit dailyadbrief.com. Thank you so much, Greg.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.